Okay, so hi. This video is basically just to help someone who's just coming to China, like a new person who's coming to China. Um, my Chinese, it's not great. Like I've got to the point now where I can have a conversation with someone, like a very simple conversation, like where do you come from and what's your job and stuff like that. I mean, to be honest, like I can talk about a little bit more than that, but if I if I was to say that my Chinese was really good, I'd just be lying. But I am proud of the Chinese ability that I have, and I'd say that I have. Um, some people might disagree, but I'd say that I have lower intermediate Chinese, and definitely my listening I would say is like middle intermediate Chinese. But anyway, just to give some. This is just basically to give some phrases that can help you when you first land, when you first come to China. Um, So the number one is like I guess hello, which is ni hao, ni hao. Now you're talking to a man, you can just sort of say ni hao. It's okay. um, you're talking to a woman, it's the same. I mean, it's fine. It doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman. Now, if you want something to eat, like you see something that you want to eat, you can point to it and you can just point to it and they'll understand and whatever. But if you want to be cool, and the purpose of this video is to prepare you for having, I guess, better experiences, or why would you watch it? You can point to something and you can say, Laiga, Laiga Jaga, Laiga. Lai means come, and Iga means one. So the numbers are helpful, but I'll just focus on Laiga. So you can practice that, Laiga. When they give it to you, you can sort of say, you can say, xie xie, xie xie. And that's just thank you. That's just thank you. And to know the price, you can say 多少钱, 多少钱, and they'll know. They'll know that because let me tell you something. When you're in a situation like that in China, the people who are trying to sell you something, I mean, they want it to work. They want it to work, so they'll really be trying to have a good interaction with you. It's not in their interest to be difficult. So even if you're very wide of the mark, they'll they'll try to make it work. Now, you go into a restaurant, walk into a restaurant. The first question all the waiters will ask you is "jiga," which is how many. Jiga, um, my tones, but the tones vary actually. They vary from place to place. But my tones, again, I mean, my Chinese isn't great, but my listening, I'm very proud of my listening. It's getting better. But jiga, so that means how many. So if you're just on your own, whatever they're saying to you, they'll probably say welcome as well. I won't overwhelm you, but they'll say welcome, and then they'll say that. So if you're one person, you just say one person, and then they'll direct you to a table. Now, if you're just like really hungry and you don't understand the menu, you can touch your stomach, but you can also say "erla," and they'll give you something. They'll give you something. Now, you're thirsty. You want something to drink. You can touch your throat. I mean, they'll understand that. You can also say "herla, herla," or you can point to some water, or you say let's get into it. So, 我, that's I. You can say 我, I want, 我要, 水, 水. Water is 水. So, yeah, 我要水. So that's water. You've got water. Now, what else is important? A toilet. So you want to go to the toilet, perhaps. So there's signs that anybody can recognize who's lived on the earth, who's lived in a city, in an urban environment. But you can also say "sezo," or if you don't want to say "sezo," it's a little bit hard to pronounce because it's got the sai, the "cuo," this kind of sound that I find difficult. A lot of people maybe might find it difficult. So what I find easier to say is "xi shou jian." "Xi shou jian." "Xi shou" is hand, and jian, "xi shou jian." And you can say "xi shou jian nar," where, or "nali," where is it? And they'll direct you to the bathroom. 9 times out of 10, somebody will help you. The Chinese people are very helpful to foreigners. Um, Now, in a taxi or something like that, it's just always best to have, if you're new to China and you don't know where you're living, it's best to just have it written down by a Chinese person where you have to go. Um, that's always the best place, the best way to do it. And you can show it to the driver, and you can sort of say sorry. You can say "不好意思" or "对不起," and that will let the driver know that your Chinese isn't great. Or you can say 我不会说中文，我说的不好. So you can say I don't speak well, and you can show them the address, and they'll look at that, and they'll take their time, and they'll help you to get to where you're going. The taxi drivers, in my experience, I mean, you always have different experiences. I'm not going to sit here and say that there's no bad taxi driver in China or whatever, because that would be impossible to say. But my experiences have been overwhelmingly positive. Like, I haven't really had any bad experiences, actually. I mean, the couple of bad experiences that I have had they've been my fault, because I was being I was being difficult. So I have to own up to that. So yeah. Just, yeah, I mean, the numbers, I'll teach you some of the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 is 6, 7 is 7, 8 is 8. And if you're a drinker and you want to drink, 8, 9 is alcohol, 9, that's bar, so you can say to the taxi driver, 我要喝啤酒, I want drink beer. They'll take you to a bar. Yeah, I mean, that's basically, like, I think enough to get you going. That's enough to sort of like get you going. But if you do watch this video a couple of times, you'll hear the basics. But there's a lot of good videos on YouTube about surviving. But I just want to say, like, don't be afraid, just get into it. And there's some great books. This is one of my favorite books, 100 Chinese Characters, and it just acquaints you with some of them are filled up, but I've studied this and whatever. It just acquaints you with the language a little bit, and also Pimsleur. So if you do download the Pimsleur program, spend a bit of time with that. That's a really, really good idea. But just enjoy it, and the people here, they are friendly. They're trying to help you. They're always trying to help you. So just enjoy it, and yeah. Oh, one more, I forgot. When you say goodbye, you can say 再见, which means see you again or meet again. 再见. So yeah, 再见. Bye bye.